30 minutes ago I found my old account on Flickr and my very first pictures that I took in my entire life. And some of them are film pictures, some of them are digital, and it was back in 2015 and 16. So I thought maybe it's a great idea to look at those pictures together, like you and me. What a team. And while I'll be having a tons of nostalgic emotions, you might learn something. Or actually, we might learn together. Because I haven't seen those pictures for ages, and I think it's gonna be quite useful to look at what I was doing almost 10 years ago. Anyway, let's just go to the computer and start looking at the pictures. Let's go. Yay! Oh, and don't forget to press like and follow. I will be really happy. Alright, I hope you're ready, because I'm not. I'm scared. But anyway, let's start. The first picture I have already opened, and this is it. This is from Canon camera. I'm not sure which one, probably 300D maybe. I spent, I don't know, maybe 2 hours on editing these pictures because as you can see, it's very dark, and it was not like this as the raw image. But anyway, yeah, it was the winter. It's a snow over there on the street. And yeah, it was actually one of the very first photo shoots, if I can even call it like that. But anyway, let's move. Oh yeah, all right. That was my first paid photo shoot, alright? I got paid for this photo shoot $3 if we are talking about the current currency exchange. But if we are talking about the 215, I think it's gonna be around. Let me just sec. Alright, it's around $13. Not really much, but I was very happy because it was my first money from photography ever, so I really felt like, probably I can earn something just being a photographer, you know. And actually, again, I spent hours in editing these pictures in this picture because I've spent a lot of time on the retouch of her face. I do remember I was practicing this dodge and burn thing. So yeah, but I mean, as for my first paid photo shoot, that was a really good result. I'm not agree with the color of the skin though and lips, but overall the picture looks really nice. I can say. It's funny because I even remember where exactly this place is, even though it looks like it's in a forest, but it's not a forest. It's a botanical garden. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. That was my second photo shoot. It was on Sony Alpha 6000. I don't remember the camera exactly, but yeah. That's a cool picture actually. It's my classmate, but in university, group mate probably. It was again 2015, and it was, I think, October or something. Yeah. At that point, I was shooting at manual on camera settings, but I had no idea what to choose, so I was just like randomly choosing settings. Having no idea what I'm doing, but still somehow I managed to get this good picture. I mean, I love it. All right, this is actually my one and only photo shoot on my first own digital camera, which was Nikon D5500, something like that. And I was so upset. I didn't like this photo shoot at all because colors, I don't like this. Alright, that was way before the previous picture. It's again the girl from my university. I didn't have an access to professional models at that time, but yeah, still some problems with the skin tone, like a terrible skin tone. Jesus, I really like to make those sharp and detailed eyes. It looks very unnatural though. It looks like she's a vampire, especially with the skin tone. But anyway, that was really funny times. Alright, so it's the same girl, it's basically the same photo shoot, and still Alright, actually here the skin tone is a bit better. What is this purple thing? Okay. Didn't see that. Nah. Alright, this is the first picture that it actually looks nice. And even the skin tones are not that bad. I mean, it's still not perfect, especially those parts, but it's quite nice. I was experimenting with the colors, as you can see, quite yellowish, but yeah. All of those pictures were taken at the winter, though. You have to mention that. I have to mention it. Alright, so that is my first roll of film ever. I just bought a Yashica 125G, which is medium format 6x6 film camera, and that is my first roll of film. I had two models, which I just found on some sort of Facebook, and I asked them to pay for this one single roll of film because it was way too expensive for me. It was Portra 160, and yeah, this is the first film ever. And we went to the greenhouse. It's in the greenhouse because, again, winter, it's too cold, and yeah, I really like this picture. It's way too much dust on this. I wasn't scanning it at home, it was like developing lab doing for me, but yeah, I don't know why is it so noisy. I mean dusty. But yeah, the colors and skin tones are already way better. It's a bit not that crispy because it was, I think, very low shutter speed. But anyway, I managed to expose it quite correctly. Alright, yeah, that's the same actually film. I managed, actually, yes, I remember now. Okay, I spent not the entire roll of film with those two girls because there were 3 more pictures, and I spent it with this girl from another city in Ukraine. And this is my favorite, actually. This is my probably the most favorite film picture from that roll of film because it looks fantastic. I mean, I can post it right today and you'll never guess that that was my first picture on the film, right? Because it was so amazing. I mean, that is the reason, right here, that is the reason why I fell in love with film photography. Right here. Right here. I mean, look at those colors. I almost even didn't edit it. I mean, it's almost raw image. Probably I tried to fix something on her face. Not much though. But anyway, fantastic picture. I think I'm gonna post it someday. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Back to the previous set of pictures. I don't like the skin tone here, a bit, I don't know. Yeah, I remember that I decided, it was some sort of a fence here, I didn't like it, so I decided just to crop this thing and flip it to this side, and it was a brilliant idea, I think. Anyway, yeah, that's the second picture, and again, I mean, look at that picture. I really love it. Again, skin tones are almost perfect. The colors, the greens, the most hateful color is just perfect here. It's a sad story because I broke that Yashica and I had to sell it because I didn't have money, so I don't have it with me anymore. But it was a cool camera, okay. Oh no, that's the second film, the second roll of film on that Yashica, and it was a photo meeting because we decided to take some pictures with 3 girls. We just like found each other on social media and decided to take some pictures with film cameras, and here is the same Yashica and the same portrait. Kinda cool, a bit dark here I think. But anyway, that's a great picture. That's fantastic. Okay, now we are dealing with Zenith. As you can see, it's actually the same camera as she's holding, Zenith. I had the same camera and I had the same portrait 160 by 35mm film, and as you can see, I pretty fucked up with the skin tones here. Yeah, but still kind of cool. Love it. All right, so yeah, that is why, like, all of those pictures are from the same day. I mean, like this picture, this one, and this one, it's one day shooting. I just brought with me 2 cameras, Zenith and Yashica, and I was just taking pictures on both of them. And this picture is actually nice. I love that it's like very, very close up on her face, and probably it's, I mean, not probably, it's obviously a bit misfocused, but still kind of cool picture. All right, and yeah. Oh, okay. I don't like this skin tone, of course, because it's quite the same as the background, and it's not natural skin tone. A bit like it's like she's very, very sick, I would say. But I like this kind of tree. Really adds something to this picture. But I mean, this picture was taken in 2016. It's like pretty long time ago. So the next one. Oh right, that is cringy. I don't know why I decided to ask her to pose like that. Obviously the horizon is a bit somewhere going, and alright, strange picture. But again, colors, I mean, even though I tried to ruin them, obviously, it still feels like it's portrait. Oh, you know, I really like this picture. I remember this picture, very, very good. And I really like the emotion on this picture because now I used to ask my models to keep like very, very steady emotion, like no emotion at all. And here is like a very, very obvious emotion. And I like, again, very, very close up on her face. Love it. I was damn good photographer. Oh, that's a pretty simple picture. Oh, alright. I have to say that this is the only picture that I do remember. I had it before even finding my old account on Flickr, because this is my probably one or even the most the best picture on film yet, and I took it and I took this picture almost 10 years ago, and this is one of my best works in my entire life because it looks fascinating. I mean, the colors, I didn't even mess up the skin tones, and the foreground is wow. I'm really proud of this picture. I'm really proud of this picture. I mean, looking at this picture, I feel like I am less creative now than I was almost 10 years ago. And it's taken with, again, Zenith film camera. It's giga cheap camera. It's actually, this camera was broken right after this shooting. I didn't manage to finish the second roll, unfortunately. Alright. I don't like the colors on her face. It's a bit too noisy. I decided to try once again to play with the foreground. At this time it's not that good and impressive, but still kind of good. If I could fix this a bit red color on her face, it could be better. Still kind of nice picture though. Oh, that is really nice picture. It looks like, you know, the colors on those pictures are so different from one to another, so it looks like it's not the same shooting, it's not the same day. It's like, it feels like the gap between those pictures is 3 years or something. Because here obviously is a good skin color. It's really good. I mean, here now, because I didn't care at that time about other objects than a face, but still, face is good. It still needs some retouch, but still, decent work. Alright, that is the most favorite picture on medium format film cameras, especially because of this color. I know that colors of her skin are a bit not correct, but this I don't know, magenta color, rose color, anyway, it's beautiful. I haven't printed this picture once, and I hanged it on my wall. Yeah, it's very interesting bokeh. I didn't see that before actually. Wonderful. Alright, I guess that's a third film on Mamiya, because I haven't like had much of films at that time, and yeah, it's Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, and the colors are nice. Not on the hand though. Once again, I didn't really care about hands, you know. Face is alright. Then the picture is alright. Anyway, it's a bit, again, not perfect, but still, it's a simple picture. Alright, here, it could have been the perfect picture, honestly. And maybe I even still can fix it, because the skin colors are not cool and it needs some retouch, but the pose and the picture itself is really cool. And again, why it's so dusty? I mean, it's laboratory. Oh, this is the picture which I'm very proud of, and not because it's amazing. It's not really good picture in my opinion. I don't really like it, but why I am proud of it is because I managed to exposure this frame, this picture correctly, even though I had this it's big sun over there, and I was like I was applying some of my knowledge of how to exposure film correctly when you have a sun on the background of the object. So yeah, I've spent here like, I don't know, 5 minutes trying to exposure it correctly, and I did it. That is why I'm really proud of it. I did it without the exponometer or flash meter or light meter. No, zero things, because I don't think I could exposure this picture correctly today. I don't think I could. Alright. I think that was the same third roll of film as the previous one. I just didn't like to spend all the film on one shooting, so yeah, I just 4 pictures, and we are good to go. But I like this picture, honestly. I would not even retouch it again. I don't see what I could fix here, because I really like this picture. I like that we can see the clouds here, and her face, her poses. Very simple, but still. At that moment when I received this picture, I didn't like that, but looking at this picture right now, I think I really like that. Пузняки. Alright, so this was my first trip outside of my country, which was to Israel, and I was actually surfing for the first time there. It was amazing. Summer. It was not summer, it was September. But anyway. And this is actually not Zenith, it's already Olympus MJU2. My first point and shoot film camera. Alright, that is probably one of my favorite pictures of all time. It's 35mm, and it's again Olympus MJU2, and it's Crimea. It's where I was born. It was my last summer when I was there. It was 2017, and first of all, I'm really proud of that picture because I managed, Olympus managed to get a focus on those birds, and it is sunset, and it's one of my favorite places there, because I used to walk here with my dog, which was called Mona, like Mona Lisa. It's a bit of mountains here, and it's like it's a field right after my village, I can say. And the colors, I didn't edit this picture at all. It's like original picture as it was. Yeah, I mean, looking at this picture, I have very sad feelings because alright. And once again, we have Crimea. It's again a place right next to my village. It's if you cross the road from my village, you'll get the sea, and it's the picture on Yashica. Once again, 6x6 film camera, and it's actually a seagull right here, right in the center of the picture. I don't know if I saw that because it's too small, but probably, I don't know. I mean, as a picture, it's not good, but the feelings that I have while looking at that picture is really cool. All right. I think I have to mention that the pictures are here a bit random, so they're not listed by the date or by the camera. So this picture, this one, was actually taken before this, so just in case, I don't know if that was necessary. But again, it's Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, and I love that bridge. Once I even managed to climb over here when I was drunk, and it was like midnight. That was funny. Don't do that though. Oh, that's me in a corner. That's me in a place where I'm losing my religion. Anyway, this picture was taken obviously in the summer on Olympus MJU2 by my friend at that time, and it was a nice day. For some reasons it's a bit overexposed here, but that was not my fault. Alright, that is me with my family going somewhere for a picnic or something. Шашличок, якщо казати на українській. Ось. And that was, I think, September or something. And it's our old car, which was Skoda Octavia. But again, as a picture, nothing special, but for me it's a special picture. You know what I mean? Alright, that is something really, really, really not interesting. Yeah, once again, this my last Crimea trip. Last summer in Crimea. I like the colors. I don't remember if it was the portrait, because it's surprisingly very noisy, so I'm not sure if that was a portrait. But anyway, I was sitting on the catamaran. I'm not sure what this word translates to English, how to translate this word to English, so sorry about that. Oh, and this is actually the roses of my grandmother, and it's inside of the house. I mean, inside of the house yard. All right. And my grandmother, she likes to grow a lot of roses. It's like tons of roses everywhere. It's like to the left, to the right, everywhere. But those are my favorites, especially the color. Yeah. And this is me once again, and we are coming to my home for the first time. I mean, we are arriving at my home in Crimea, and this is like the final street before my home, and it's the sea over here, and I was dramatically looking at the sea. I was thinking that is a good picture, and it is a good picture. Alright, this is the picture. Guess what? It was taken with an iPhone 5. Yes, it was the middle of the winter. It was incredibly cold at that day. I almost lost my hands, I think, while I was taking this picture. I downloaded a special application on my iPhone so I could control more stuff like exposure and whatever. And yeah, I made like 100 pictures that day of this place exactly. And I'm proud of this picture because it looks like it's a field, but in fact it's just like a bush, a very bold bush of I don't know what's that. And it looks fantastic. I would never say that I took this picture with an iPhone 5, but it is. It is a good picture and I'm proud of it. Alright, I like this picture. At once, I mean, of course I could edit it more, like small things on her face, but overall the picture looks great. It really does. Love this picture. Oh, and this is actually the same place where you remember this picture with the boat that was here. We were leaving this place, so I thought that's gonna be cool. To be honest, I saw those pictures, the same pictures on Pinterest, so I just stole the idea. But anyway, kinda cool picture. Okay, that is my mother. she doesn't like this picture, so if she sees this video and if she sees herself in this video, I think she's gonna be a bit mad. But yeah, she just doesn't like this picture because it's like hair is she didn't make her hair for this picture because it was a random picture. She didn't even know that I was taking a picture. We were going to the beach. It was right there somewhere, and I think that was one of the best pictures from that trip taken on my camera, because it looks like from a movie, you know, like from a movie. Yeah, I really like this picture. Oh, alright, that was the first time when I saw a palm tree in my life. And it was like very, very alone palm tree next to the sea. And beautiful picture. Once again, it's Olympus MJU2. Good camera and a good picture. Oh my god, I don't think it's appropriate thing to see. That's me. That's not mine. And that was, I don't know, 3 hours at the night, 3 a.m. or whatever. And we decided, me and my friend, that it's gonna be a funny thing to ride on those longboards from my home to the center of the city, or even a bit, yeah, to the center of the city during the night. And I was extremely tired because we spent, I don't know, probably 4 hours skating on those longboards, and at that night I had the worst Big Tasty at McDonald's in my entire life. I was just killed by this Big Tasty, but it was funny. Alright, this is... I think she looks like a Lana Del Rey, I think. Oh, that is actually the last picture. After looking at those pictures, I feel like I am less creative photographer than I was 8 years ago. Honestly, I really think I'm a bit stuck in portrait photography at that moment. I mean, at this moment. So yeah, as I said, we could learn something from this video, and I'm not sure if you learned something. I did, and that was very useful process for me to look at my old pictures, old works. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this video as well as me. So yeah, I think that's it, and thank you for your support, for your likes and follows. I really appreciate that a lot. So thank you again, and see you soon. Bye.